Good morning and welcome to the early bird, and it's the 30th of July, and here we're looking at the Dow Jones, and still working with this 10,500 here. The cash market, the Dow index itself closed below the 10,500 also. And basically what we're sort of looking at here is we're looking at particular movement coming up here in terms of up for wave 1, back for wave 2, up for wave 3, back for wave 4, and then up for wave 5, coming up around on the cash market 10,600. So that's what we're still looking for. There is a bit of a count coming up through here where we've got up for wave 1, back for wave 2, and then up for wave 3 to here because of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into here. So it is possible. So it's possible to have this 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the fifth wave coming up through to here. But we'll just stay with what we've got here for the time being here until we see a proper breakdown in trend here. The 38.2 retracement level for wave 4 through here is 38.2%, so that 40 there. So really we need to bring it into, it's fine for this market to pull down to 10,300, and that's where the support is there. So that's possible. Under this here would be a breaking down of the trend, and then we'll be looking, to the downside and looking at this particular structure that's moving down here. There. So, but at the same time, when we arrived here, we knew that we're going to get swings across this level here, and it is really sort of pegging it down through here. But the Dow itself is trading higher than this, and that means the actual Dow futures would be trading higher, and the E-minis would be trading a little bit lower. So, let's just sort of see how that sort of pans out. And it's also the same with the S&P 500 as well. So we're looking at that little bit in there as well. So basically the same pattern through here. And dealing with 1,100 through here. So that's its level here. So normally what happens is that we get that first high above the level, and then we get the retest of the level, and it doesn't have to stop on here exactly. Normally I find the distance that travels above a level is the distance that travels below here, and this technically is the support level through here. And so let's see that play. So basically there's the beginning, there's a sort of middle to all of this, and then there's the ending part of it. So we're sort of two-thirds of the way through all of this. So that's going to grab our attention from here on in. So the Friday and the Monday that's coming up will pretty much sort of secure what's going to happen at this point in time, and that will be the same for our local market as well, through here as well. As you can see here, we knew that we were going to be getting swings across here, and the idea was basically not to do anything, not to trade this sort of fourth wave coming through here. It's dropped here quite sort of rapidly. This is the obvious support here. The day traders that are going to trade the open here, they'll need to use subgroup 2 here, 65, 72 and 80 on a 1 or 2 or 3 5-minute chart there to find support and resistances and scale in on those numbers there, but depending on retesting. And so look, but bottom line is that we're under this level here, so the bias is to the soft side. So just sort of bear that in mind. And this move back up here is a retest of this trend coming down through here. So you need to look if that's going to fail or find support on this particular level through here. BHP in the US was up. The banks in the US were up. They're sort of supported there. So our banking and resources would be fine. Base metals is up. The crude here is also up as well. We're still sitting on support here at 76.50, so the market is supported, and it wouldn't be a breaking down of the trend unless it went under the 75 here. The 61.8 retracement levels up here, so we're looking for the Dow Jones to this whole 61.8 business is what I'm sort of focused on, and seeing all markets come into that. So I'm looking at this particular move that's come down through here, be it on the Dow, be it on our local market, be it pretty much wherever. I'm seeing it as a wave 4, and we're having one more push up to wave 5 to come up to the 61.8 retracement level. So on the Dow Jones, that would make that up here at 10,600. So we're looking for that, and the same with the S&P 500, and even with our local stocks as well. Excuse me. On our local stocks here, say if we're looking, this is CBA here as an example of our banks, basically, because it's a bit of a leader. So the 61.8 retracement level would be up here around the 55, so that's where we're sort of gunning for there. And most of the other banks are in doing the sort of same thing, but with their own numbers. They might be above $23 or above $25, and they're working with their levels as such. What we can do here, so we're basically looking at that 61.8, which is sort of up here. And the banks have been leading the way for in trends for quite some time. The other side to do this as well, because we're looking for a distance up here. So what I normally do is put this onto here, because basically a 5-wave structure, when you're talking about Fibonacci concepts, is that we know that in a 5-wave structure like this, that this will pull back 61.8%, and then this would move up here. This would pull back 38%. But basically, from this point here to this point here would be equal to 1, like the golden mean itself. And then if you're going to break the golden mean, then you would slice it at 61.8. Yeah. So slicing it at 61.8. In this particular case, what I'll do is, I'm assuming in this case here, this is the top of a 3rd wave here. So I'm assuming that taking the top, I'm just doing it in reverse here, but 38.2 here, taking to this point here would be the 61.8% here. Yeah. So that would be like 60 here and 40 to here. So I'm just using Fibonacci to work this structure here. So basically coming in pretty much the same sort of price as the 61.8% here at 55. And this is at 54. You have to get that a bit more accurate though. But basically this 55 is kind of what we're looking at here. But we also understand that 53 here is the top of group 1, and it's also this old high here, so that's also going to have significance there as well. So today you'd really want to be looking closely at the 53, 51 there, and this sort of old high here. So yeah, we can expect some sort of corrective activity around here, but once that occurs there at the top of group 1, then we can look for it to gather its strength and have another push up, which would be in line with the Dow Jones going to the 61.8 retracement level. And this is the same with BHP, and this is the same with the other banks here as well. So you can use that trick there to do that, but also understand that the levels will be important. So if I turn the minor trading levels on here on the program here, we'll see that that major one there. So we waited for that retest. We've got support there. We're working through group 1. If support is found on group 1, and that's the trick, isn't it? Because if support is found on group 1, like here, support never got found, so then it's not going to get to this level here, and that's the trick with it. So if support is found on here, then we should pop up there today, because we've got this volume bar's more volume than the previous day, so we've got expanding volume to the upside. So we should get up there, but if support is found here, then we can push up to 55, and 56 is also very important as well. You can have a look at on indices at 5,600 or penny stocks at 56 cents, and you'll start to realize that it's got its own sort of weight there, but this is the little area that we're gunning for here. So the 55 and the 56 through here would be the center point of this supply level here. So just high enough to create a new high above here to lure new money into the markets, but it will run out of steam at that point there. So that's sort of where we're looking for most markets to move to. So yeah, look, a little bit more in all of this just yet, but at the same time we need to be very careful about looking at the situation. The Dow Jones is under 10,500, so it's retesting it back up. So it can certainly fail from this point. And if it does fail from this point, that means that this would be up for 1, back for 2, up for 3 to here, and 4 to here, and then the 5th wave up here and rolling over from here. And these are retests of 5,000, 10,500 here. And that means you need to work with the other levels here, because if I put this on a smaller picture here, we can see that under the 500 here, that the 472 comes in, which will be part of subgroup 2 here. Then the 400 would be important here. So I haven't got all the levels on here, but you know them, and they need to, if you're working this market, you need to be on there. But we'll be focused on all of this, and we'll work out the wave count of this particular corrective move here. But the point is that if the cash at the moment is under 10,500, so it's got that, you need, from the outset, it's got a weak bias there, but we're going to give it some time, because we feel that it's a 4th wave and that the market can get back above this level here to have one more push up, and then we'll look at shorting it from that point of view there. And all the other markets around the world should line up at their 61.8 retracement levels as well. So yeah, look, that's the sort of general picture. And the trick is that if you were trading in some of these markets that we sort of looked at during the week here, just use the levels in the robo, be it daily or weekly, to follow the markets up. And yeah, but be very careful about entering new trades, because the market opened sort of higher. The other thing is about today, Friday, closing higher or lower on volume or no volume. So that will set the tone for next week. So just keep that in mind a bit. I think that's all. Yeah. Okay. Good morning and good luck.